I'm Vishal. What do I do? Who am I? Artist. Professional, commercial artist. What art? Art of blackmailing. Right from my school days, students, my classmates, my friends who had something to hide, maybe they have forged their father's signature on the report card, they have bunked the class and gone to a film. My source of chocolates, my source of fun, my source of whatever. I grew up, became powerful, moneyed, respected, society regards me. How? Because of the business. What I did is a simple thing. The art, the God's gift that I was born with. What you call as blackmailing. I developed into a business, a professional, properly run business. I have a team of 4 people. For now, it grew. Now these 4 are my front ending and my back ending. They do my legwork in collecting the secrets, evidence, whatever, and also in collecting I train them, I groom them, and I keep them constantly under stress. They're always tenterhooks, divided, need to know basis. They only are told what they need to know, and they are always kept wondering what others know. They don't know. They too have it easy. Once in a month, I call all of them to a party where they are so uncomfortable, they are going through so much of pain, so much of distress. So, we call it a party, but their pain, not just their pain, not just that, even the pain that my blackmailees go through is a high for me. Makes me very, very elated, happy, high. Like the high you get from alcohol or from drugs. This is my high. I know your secrets. I know your secret, I know what you have done, and I know what you want to hide. Only that I'm not sure about your bank balance, whether it is worth my efforts or not. No problem. As you look into me, I know you have something to hide. That is why I am an artist. Vishal.
Shirodkar, police officer, Pune City. Last month, there was a sensational murder case. Vishal Parekar, the famous man about the town and prominent on the list of Mumbai's wealthiest, was found dead in a bungalow in Pune. He attended a party much before this lockdown at the swanky bungalow belonging to the famous gymnast Sameer Hazarika in uptown Pune. There were 3 other guests that attended this party. Shanta Durga Pannadi, a junior secretary for the Maharashtra government, Naresh Agarwal, a well-known neurosurgeon doctor, and Mrs. Teresa Phillips, a middle-aged homemaker. Except for Sameer Hazarika, all of them travelled from Mumbai to Pune. Other than them, there is Valasamma, who is a cook who lives in the servant quarters behind the bungalow, and Miss Meeta Acharya, who is a music teacher who lives in the outhouse inside the compound. Now, do you sense something fishy here? The guest list is made up of people who have nothing in common with each other. Not just that, there are many things about this case that make no sense at all. So I had to get to the bottom of this to figure out what's going on. Because of the lockdown, I could not go and interview them directly, so I asked them to record their statements. And now you can see them.
I'm Teresa. I was born into a deeply religious family, and when I was 16 years old, I fell in love with my classmate, and without even realizing the significance, became pregnant. My parents could not think of an abortion, and you can understand the distress they underwent at the time. After 20 years, they have still not forgiven me. But at that time, they stood by me when I had the baby and then deposited the little bundle of joy to an orphanage. Later, I went to college. I got a nice degree. And when I was 21 years, I got married to the perfect, rich son-in-law my parents chose for me, Mr. Phillips Verghese. Of course, we didn't tell Phillips anything about the baby. If anything, he was a stronger pillar of society than my parents. Even a hint of a scandal and my life in his spacious bungalow, his indoor heated swimming pools, driving his Mercedes-Benz would be over and done with. Anyways, I did not want to wish my parents any harm. I didn't want to hurt them anymore at their old age. So I kept the secret deep in my heart and continued life as a perfect Mrs. Verghese. Life would have gone on without any problems, but for the fact that I did not conceive for 10 years after my marriage, and my maternal instincts went overdrive, and I was yearning for a baby. Suddenly one night, I had a dream. The baby that I had abandoned 15 years ago was accusing me. She was accusing me of abandoning her. She was looking at me with tear-filled eyes and asking, what was her mistake? What had she done wrong? That she was paying for a mistake I committed. Secretly, I approached the orphanage, telling them that I was planning to adopt a baby. And after a lot of research, I found my baby. That's when my secret pleasure started. I began visiting my baby and spending time with my 15-year-old daughter. Talking to her, laughing with her, helping her in all her projects, discussing her friends and her teachers, but never as her mom, always as Teresa auntie. Just look at my fate. I have a normal relationship with my daughter, but by strange karma, I have to do it secretly. All the while I am worried if Phillips finds out. Then suddenly, Vishal entered my life. That scoundrel, that rascal, he somehow found out about my orphanage visits. And then he started blackmailing me. Now I'm completely in his clutches. I'm paying him huge amounts periodically, absolutely unknown to my husband. And it's not just that. He has also made me his lieutenant, which means that I have to collect the money from his other blackmailers and hand it over to him once a month. He has 3 other lieutenants and they're all hateful beasts. I don't know who I hate more, Vishal or his other 3 lieutenants. Now my life is a total hell. I'm always tensed about Philip's finding out. What excuses can I give for such huge withdrawals? I could put up with anything and everything. If only I could visit my baby once in a while. I hope God will strike him down. I hope someone will butcher him into pieces. Oh my Lord, have mercy on my soul, but I hate him with all my heart.
Hello all, I'm Naresh, Dr. Naresh Agrawal, successful neurosurgeon at Lohia Hospital. Slated to be the dean of the hospital soon as the present one retires. Do you think I'm too young? Yes, I actually am. But my unblemished records and my very capable hands, yes, these hands which can finely chisel into any brain and remove a minute tumor without having affecting all those neurons. Oh yes, there is competition from other senior doctors. After all, this is not only about the great privilege of being the dean, but it also comes with a huge jump in the pay package. Yes, I'm definitely slotted for it, except for Vishal, a very dirty villain, the swine, the blackguard. To be honest, I was not born as Naresh Agrawal, but I am Naresh Majeti. Yes, the son of Rajesh Majeti, the very same Dr. Rajesh Majeti, famous serial killer. The same scoundrel who killed his patients just because he could enjoy the feel and power of killing. The devil who killed up to 30 patients before police caught him. It was a sensational case. Actually, even though he is my father, I have hardly stayed together with him for any length of time. He left his wife, my mom, his legally wedded wife, as soon as I was born. So, apart from donating few chromosomes, he has had nothing to do with my upbringing. But you know these reporters. My mom and I were haunted by this press to such an extent that when I was a kid, my mom got my name legally changed to Naresh Agrawal. So ever since then, nobody has associated me with that killer Majeti. No one until Vishal came along. I've been in his clutches for about a year, doling out huge amount of money every month. A few months ago, he had the temerity to appoint me as his lieutenant. Now, like a bill collector, I have to collect all his dues from the people who are getting blackmailed by him and hand him over the money. We all meet once in a month. Oh, yes, it's a jolly party. All the other 3 sorry shit faces, we all meet together and we have a jolly meal together. Ironically, even we have to sponsor that meal once in every month as a turn. Look at his villainy. I think he positively reveals in our misery. Last week, he called me up and told me to give 10 crores. Yes, you heard it right. 10 crores. Or he will make sure that all the doctors in the panel will get a copy of my original birth certificate listing that hated person as my father. I wish I could get at him with my scalpel. I would chop him like a shredder. I would enjoy each and every chop. I hate him. I hate him.